You know, a little bit of wind is a good thing, especially lately here, because our air quality has deteriorated a little bit. Now we are finally starting to see all the strong winds that are at this hour blowing over 70 miles per hour up on the ridge tops, starting to work its way and cut out of this temperature inversion here. In fact, we had just had a very, very sharp rise in our temperature, up to now 57 degrees. We were in the 40s most of the afternoon, popped up in less than an hour here as the winds came in. 28% humidity, air often dries out ahead of a cold front here, and that's what we're seeing. 24-degree dew point. Barometer's fallen fairly quickly, and now our winds out of the south-southwest at 26, gusting to 32 miles per hour, and that, like I say, has just come up here in the last hour or hour and a half. High today 59, a low of 31, both of those above average, especially the high. The high, like I say, was in the 40s last couple of days. Today popping up to 59. We're still going to be relatively warm tomorrow initially. And this is good news. Even though our burn code is yellow, it's voluntary cutbacks. It was red last night where there was a burn ban, but now with the wind coming in, it looks like the air quality has improved. They're still asking you to cut back for one more evening if you can, but it is voluntary. All right, so we got this big cold low pressure system sitting out here. It is actually splitting off just a little bit, but it's heading up with a lot of moisture plume out in front of it. It's tucked up against our ridge of high pressure, and that is creating some very, very strong winds right now that are just to the west of us. They're starting to pick up. As this thing begins to slowly move in, it is going to create, first of all for us, like I say, an awful lot of wind. Very heavy precipitation already here across the western side of California. It hasn't really gotten up into the mountains yet, and you notice it's not moving very quickly. It is going to very slowly come in, so it'll probably be sometime after 9, 10 o'clock, maybe even later tonight, even in the mountains. And I don't expect precipitation in the Reno area probably until late in the day, if we get it at all, because those strong winds will create a very, very pronounced rain shadow for us down here. So again, wind coming in later tonight, starting at 10 o'clock tonight. We are under a high wind warning that goes until early Friday morning. The wind's coming in here, the jet stream's going to get right over us. We're going to tuck up with a very strong surface gradient, and as the cold air finally spills over, that will also race down the eastern sides of the mountain. So all of that makes it for a major wind event. May not be a huge precipitation event for us in the valley, although the mountains could still get significant rain or snow, with snow levels starting off 8,000 feet tonight, lowering by tomorrow afternoon to 6,500 feet, and then by Friday morning probably all the way down to about 5,500 feet, I think. There should be rain in the valley here throughout the whole event. Temperature-wise, in the northern part of the state tomorrow will be in the 60s. You notice a lot of 60s down the south, so again, this is ahead of the cold air. It's going to be fairly warm. We'll probably pop up to 61. We're not going to get that cold tonight at 43, 59 in Carson City, with low 50s at Lake Tahoe. Now Tahoe tonight, probably sometime after midnight or so, we do have a chance of rain or snow. A high wind warning is in effect here. Could see 120 mile per hour gusts on the ridge tops. Tomorrow that high wind warning continues till 1. The winter storm warning kicks in at 1 o'clock, and that goes until 1 o'clock on Friday. Heavy rain or snow, with snow levels starting off in the morning 7,500 feet, lowering to 6,500 feet, and then below the lake tomorrow night here. So gusty winds again with 120 mile per hour ridgetop winds, 50 to 70 mile per hour at the lake. Mostly cloudy. Our high wind warning kicks in tonight at 10 o'clock, so the gusts here in the valley could exceed 60 miles per hour by the early morning hours, and might even exceed 80 miles per hour in the wind-prone areas tomorrow afternoon. Just a slight chance of rain, though, even with all that happening because of the pronounced rain shadow effect. Much better chance tomorrow night of getting some rain in the valley here into Friday morning. And of course, our Share Your Christmas, nice thing about that for all of you, not necessarily for us, is you don't have to get out of your car. I don't think it's going to snow down here, so there's no reason you can't come out, and the wind should be much, much less on Friday.
Good. The wind makes it really tough for
Sure
everybody.
does.
Okay, Mike, thank you. Well, still to come tonight, many elderly